family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And TV. Even though it doesn't look like that. That's what we look like right now. Pretty cool, right? It's called chroma key. But I'm just explaining to our students, Susan, that the screen is very different than what we see here. Right. Because it's called chroma key, and it's pretty cool. And I believe the background is the camera from the top of the cupola. Right, Pete? No, he's not. But I think it's from... There we go. That's what it looks like in the studio.
That's what it looks like in the studio, yes.
Right. And so, but that's what we
look
like.
Yeah, that's the cupola cam.
It is the cupola cam. All right, so welcome to Superintendent Spotlight. It is 9:05 a.m. It is June 12th. It is our season finale. How's that of Superintendent Spotlight?
Season number what? Because you can probably cannot.
Can I count Tiger Talk?
Yes,
or no?
You can count Tiger Talk because you didn't want to give up a show when you left being principal. So you spun off into Superintendent Spotlight.
It was a spin-off. There you go.
There was no break in service.
No break in service. It was like Happy Days.
Yeah,
we're Joni and Chachi. Right?
So is it 15?
No, we're on 4. I think we're on season 14.
No, we've only been doing this for...
I've been superintendent for 9, so this is superintendent. This is the 9th season of Superintendent Spotlight. So how many years did we do Tiger Talk?
I think we've been doing this since 14, so this is 11.
11,
yeah.
All right.
A long time.
A long time. That's, yeah.
He dates back to the press room.
I do, when
Press
we used
room was
to.
open.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember the press room.
Yeah, I like that place, though, because you could get some snacks and coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we do miss it. So today is CNA Day.
Yes.
And so every year, National Career Nurse Assistants or Certified Nurse Assistants Day starts off National Nursing Assistants Week and takes place on Thursday during the second full week of June. Did you know there was a CNA Day, Appreciation Day?
I didn't, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they should be appreciated. So
For sure.
So we are taking this opportunity to thank these entry-level professionals who act as coordinators between patients and doctors and who dedicate their lives to serving others.
So, with us today,
Yes.
and thank you for inviting me to again be guest
host, yeah.
co-host. I appreciate that.
You're like a regular.
I know, I sort of feel like
Yeah, we love it.
I think I am the go-to guest co-host.
You are.
At least that's what I choose to believe.
You absolutely are.
And today we have with us our students, which we always love.
Oh, yeah.
And we will have our guest, Mrs. Lauren Figgy Cadigan, Supervisor of Science, Technology, and Engineering, introduce our student, or tell us who's here, and they can introduce themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. So here with us today, we are super grateful because we have two seniors that have graduated. So they, gone but not forgotten.
And came
Got up
back.
early.
Come back. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Came back from the rain and lightning and thunder.
Yes, they survived that graduation. And
It's
so we
3
have
years in a row.
two
Just-
seniors, and I'll let them introduce themselves in a second. We'll start over here. But then we also have two juniors in the healthcare pathway at Westfield High School. And we're really excited to have them because they'll be entering their CNA journey and their healthcare journey they will have the option to also do phlebotomy next year. So,
What's phlebotomy for those who may not know?
drawing blood.
Yeah, okay. I knew that, but for our audience.
So we'll start over here, and you guys can introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Liam.
My name is Jordan.
So, Liam and Jordan, 1 second. You guys graduated.
Yes.
What are you doing now that you've graduated? I don't want to forget to ask that.
Right now, I'm just doing landscaping as a part-time job just to save
Okay.
some cash before college. But I just took my CNA skills test yesterday, and it went very well.
Nice, okay.
And I got my knowledge exam July 8th, and it's through remote, so I'm going to do it at home.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
And where are you going? Have you made decisions on college yet? Or
I'm going to stick to get all the basic ed out of the way. Then I'm going to AIC to play rugby.
Okay.
Excellent.
Are you
And
doing anything in the
nursing.
health career field?
For nursing.
Yes.
Thank you. That's the
Rugby's
question.
good too. but
Okay, rugby's good
nursing.
too. And if you go into a nursing career, I'll tell you, you'll always have a job.
So I am currently being a camp counselor at Camp Shepherd.
Excellent.
that.
Oh,
shout out to the YMCA.
Andrea Allard was our guest last week.
I love Andrea.
Yeah, we do too.
Greatest. But then once I get my phlebotomy license, I will be doing that per diem on the weekends, probably every other weekend. But I'm going to Springfield next year for their PT program. And I wanted my CNA to get a better feel of inpatient care.
Right.
Especially working as a PT, it's important part of being a physical therapist.
So you're both going into the medical career
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, and both of these students had internships, right? Did both of you have internships?
Yes.
Where did you have internships?
I had an internship at Bay State Noble in their ER. I loved it. It was so much fun. It gave me a great experience of what the ER is going to be like.
Hearing students. Oh, where
Well,
was
well,
your
just-
internship?
So I had 2 placements. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I would be at Bronson Rehab. It was a wing at Bay State, but it was their own private practice. There was
Okay.
an inpatient care, and then I'd also had outpatient practice at Bay State Rehab.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So can I? Oh
Yeah, when you talk.
I'm sorry, I got excited.
I know, I know, and
Hearing
we didn't
our
mean to cut. it's
students,
just-
yes,
Yeah, we're coming back
but
to you.
I have to say, just what I'm thinking as I'm hearing these recent graduates talk about not only future plans in a very general way, which I think when we graduated, that's really all we had. So also, shout out to Patty
Patty Healy, in
Healy
the
Oh,
Career
yeah.
and
Center.
Cara
Mrs.
Gentle
Healy's great, right?
in the
Yes.
Career Center, but thinking about are innovation career pathways and what those offer our students. I feel like I'm speaking to college graduates telling me their plans for their next step in comparison.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit goosebumps. And so maybe you could, but we without further ado,
I'll talk about the pathway
we'll talk
next.
about the pathway and what that means.
All right, sorry about that. So if you do have to share a mic, we apologize.
Okay. My name is Lily, and my name is Caitlin.
And so you're both juniors, and you're going into the pathway, or are you already in it?
They're already in it.
There.
So you're in it already. So next year you'll be going for your CNA and phlebotomy.
Yes.
Why do other people want to draw blood? I hate it. I can't even
I
get
know,
my own
but-
blood drawn.
Honestly,
That's
it's
why
a
we
really
need
good
good-
side hustle
yeah.
while you're in school.
Okay.
It pays good money.
Wow.
Yep.
We need well-trained
And the
We
other
do
thing,
need well-trained people.
the other thing is we talk to our advisory, and one of the skills nurses, doctors need, and it's a lot of practice, is the ability to insert IVs, the ability to draw blood. That is not a skill that it comes naturally. It's something you have to practice.
have to
and
practice,
so
yes.
that was also a need told to us by our advisory.
So what made you decide to go into this pathway?
I've always known that I wanted to be in the healthcare field, but I never knew what I wanted to do. And so last year in the anatomy and physiology class, which is a part of the pathway,
Right.
I figured out that I wanted to do physical therapy. So
There you go.
it kind of just like helped me figure out what I want to do in my future because I already knew what kind of like field, but not like the specific.
Well, and we appreciate that because both Susan and I have had our time with physical therapists in the past. Yes, getting old is tough. It really is.
I'm 36 and I've had my time.
You have? Okay,
So,
there you go.
They're needed.
And what about you?
So I've always like loved science too, and I like especially like anatomy and learning about the body. And I know I always wanted to work with children, so I want to become a pediatric nurse practitioner.
I love that.
Wow.
Wonder.
I feel so like uplifted by this. I'm getting the same. Your
Yeah.
your goosebumps are contagious. I think it's terrific. One, that you have so much clarity as to what you want to do, and that we're able to provide an opportunity for you to get there. And Lauren's going to tell us a little about the pathway.
Yeah, so the pathway is has existed. We got our first approval from the Department of Education in 2019. And
It's pre-COVID.
pre-COVID, but we ran the pathway through COVID, which CNA class, as fun as it probably was this year, can you imagine that remotely? Was not.
Right, because our students weren't able to go.
Yeah, and the state
into-
wasn't allowing us to go into the nursing
facility.
The
homes.
internships
and
weren't really.
it was really
That's
tricky,
difficult.
but we did it. And so we have iterated on this pathway for, 6 years, yeah. And what it's come down to is a series of both technical and college level courses that the students take, and they garner industry recognized credentials. And we're monitored by the state. The Department of Public Health comes in. They've accredited our spaces and our educators, and our big shout out to our school nurses. They're big helps for this pathway too. And Mr. Koloski runs the senior level class. Miss Miller is our junior level teacher, and Miss Saunders is our sophomore year. But the
So
kids,
it's a 3-year. So you entered this path in your sophomore year.
yep.
How many courses do you take to total?
Total, you have to actually graduate with your mass core. So it is, for this pathway, it is 5 specific courses they have to take, but they have to have 24 credits
Okay.
instead of the 22 they need at
So
Westfield
they
High
have to
School.
go above and beyond.
They have to go above and beyond.
What are the 5 classes, if you can mind me asking, that
Sure.
they have to take that are specifically related to the field? And they can answer or you can answer. I'm good. Either way.
So what is the class you took last year? My junior.
Anatomy and physiology.
Anatomy
Yep,
and physiology.
anatomy and
that's not
physiology.
an easy class, is it?
No, but it was fun. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of
So that makes it better.
memorization.
Yeah.
Like anatomy is naturally one of those things that like you have to know the bones, and there's 206 of them. So then also
Is she right? 206?
Yes.
Just checking, making sure they paid attention. Okay.
and then in junior year, what did you guys take together?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. They take chemistry, and at the end we call it, they take it all together, which is really nice. So they're in a cohort together, they all take anatomy together, and they all take chemistry together. And then there's senior, yes.
Because many of our students take both of those courses, but by having this cohort together, the class is specialized towards the pathway.
And we bring in guest speakers. I know that my juniors over here are really wanting to talk about one of the experiences they had a couple weeks ago with Armbrook Village coming in. It allows us to bring people in. We've had doctors, we've had nurses, we've had radiologists, we've had lab techs from...
Plastic surgeons?
Yeah, he always comes, but, we hook him in.
Okay.
He came this year, he... special from Nebraska delivery.
Yeah. Shout out to he.
Yeah.
Who's he?
Sean Figge. Yeah, my brother. Yeah.
So
Dr. Sean Figge.
Senior year, got us off.
Senior year is their healthcare employment class. It's a mix between a college class with HCC the first semester, and then second semester is their CNA. And then after school, they're given the option to do their phlebotomy on Wednesdays.
So you all decided to do phlebotomy?
Yes.
Why not?
I would say out of the 14 kids this year, 10 selected to do it.
So have you drawn blood now?
No, they haven't started yet.
You're going to.
They
You
have.
two have.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have trouble finding the vein in the arm?
Not anymore. At first, it was kind of a lot because there's so many different places to take it from and finding the right one.
Yeah, I've gone to get my blood drawn, and the person that was taking my blood had a couple attempts at it.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty rough because your arm looks a little torn up later.
shout out Miss Saunders.
Oh, there you go.
I've
Okay.
seen someone literally, while we have a needle in here, guiding us where the right spot was and anchoring.
She was everyone's first stick. So
Yes.
big shout out to Miss Saunders at Westfield High School.
Yeah.
Did you practice on family members?
Yes. So we'd have a couple family nights where we all bring in people. We'd if I had enough, I'd let say Liam use a couple of my family members.
Shout out to your family for being the guinea pigs on that, right? Because I'm not sure I'd sign up for that. I know Mrs. Cadigan had a night she had me posted on Facebook and stuff to get people to come in to get blood drawn, and I don't know too many people who are very enthusiastic about
And
that.
also shout out to the teachers at Westfield High School that came on their lunches.
Yeah, I guess.
There was always a steady stream. When Miss Saunders had her prep period, she was helping kids because they had to get their 30 and some of them had trouble getting
So
30.
on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being you are a master of drawing blood, 1 being you don't even know how to use a needle, where would you rate yourself?
I'd say 9 because I still haven't done it on actual care, so there's
Right, where
still
you're
that
being paid
next
to
step.
do it, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm very confident in what I've been taught.
Nice.
I would definitely say a 9 too, just because I feel calm and collected while doing it, and watching the nurses do it in the ER, I felt way more confident doing it from the start.
I like the 9 because it tends a little cocky, I think. I mean,
9's a safe
that's
bet.
fair. 9 is safe. All right, we're going to take our first break, and since you're all new to the show except for Lauren and Susan, so we play 4 songs on break, right? And they are all from the same year. They're in the top 100 Billboard. So you got to try to guess the year. And if you don't know, just cheat off us. It's fine.
Are they gonna
Everybody's
be
a
able
winner
to hear
here
it,
at
too?
Superintendents Spotlight. They will be able to hear it. So Pete, let us have our first song, and this song was number 9 in the year we're looking for.
Number 9.
Just shoot for the stars. If it feels right, then aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away and make it okay. I swear I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now I'm naked. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. So get in the car, you can ride it wherever you want. Get inside it when you wanna steer, but I'm shifting gears. I'll take it from here. Oh yeah, yeah, and it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with them moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger.
You wanna know how to make me smile? Take control on me just for the night. But if I share my secret, you're gonna have to keep it. Nobody else can see this. It's so much in learn. I won't show you twice. Head to toe, ooh, baby, run it right. But if I share my secret, you're gonna have to keep it. Nobody else can see this.
And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
And welcome back to Superintendents Spotlight. We're here today with our Supervisor of Science, Technology, and Engineering and students from our Healthcare Innovation Career Pathway. Before we continue talking about the experiences of that pathway, Lily and Caitlin, we were talking on the break, we have an exciting game coming up tonight. Tell us about that.
So it is the state semifinals today at UMass Dartmouth. We today play Silver Lake at 5 p.m. and yeah.
Go Bombers!
Yes.
Go Bombers!
Yes, go Bombers.
Yeah.
So we recently had a training for students in the Healthcare Innovation Career Pathway from people from Armbrook Village. Can you tell us a little bit about that training?
So people came in from Armbrook and they started off with like a
What is Armbrook? We talk about it because we all know what it is. For in case someone's watching that doesn't.
Senior living facility.
Yes.
Yes.
In Westfield.
In Westfield.
Off of North Road.
Off of North Road.
And
Excellent. Yep.
it's good to note. So when we're thinking about the healthcare pathway and internships, we're not just talking about being in hospitals. We're talking about all areas where people need care.
Yeah,
and
my
where
gosh,
we
healthcare is so broad.
So broad. So Armbrook.
And I will tell you, you'll always have a career too.
For sure.
The shortage in the healthcare field is noticeable, and we all experience it now. I mean, trying to get an appointment for
Yes.
something is very difficult. Even when I go to get my blood drawn every 3 months, which I have to do, sometimes I'm waiting for like 45 minutes. There's not enough people. Like, there's only one person drawing blood. They need two, and they can't find a second person. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Good choice.
Yeah.
So Armbrook is one of
Yeah.
our great partners.
Yes.
And
They
we have different projects that our students do with partnering with Armbrook. And this was a training discussion that came out of some conversations with our Westfield Education to Business Alliance.
Yep.
And it was a training, a dementia-friendly training.
Yeah.
And it's to help the community, not just people in healthcare, but they do target the training to people who will be working with the elderly population, like first responders and different community agencies. So we decided that we should bring this training to our healthcare students. It was after seniors weren't able.
It was the
to be
last
part
day
of
for
it.
seniors, yeah.
But there will be a community, for the Westfield community, there will be a training that is offered over the summer, a workshop. So family members, anyone in the community could attend that. So any of our seniors would be able to
Well, did you,
go
so
to
you two
that.
both went to this training. What did you
Yes.
think
Yeah.
about it? Either one can go or both, whichever.
It was really interesting, in my opinion. It was like a simulation at first, and it really kind of put you in the shoes of someone with dementia, which I feel like it's kind of hard to even
How was
explain.
that?
It was so, like, they had us wear these glasses with, like, tape. We had to put popcorn kernels, like, in our shoes. And what else? We had to
We
wear
had to
gloves.
tape our knuckles.
Yeah, tape
Yes.
our knuckles. And they had us do, like,
Oh, the
everyday
earplugs were
tasks,
so like they were
like
hard.
writing checks or writing
How
bills.
was that? For you? I mean,
It was difficult. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. I think it was frustrating. I mean, personally, I'm not somebody who likes like sensory, so it having the kernels in my shoes was not very comfortable. And I mean, the tasks like we're capable of doing, it's just a lot harder because you're doing it a lot slower when you're used to like doing something fast, like writing, and you have to take the extra second to be able to be legible and stuff.
I think it's important to understand it because I think really we're all going to, I'm not saying we're all going to have dementia, hopefully, knock on wood.
Right.
But we're going to know family that does.
Yeah.
And so how to be able to react and respond to them is critical, right?
Yes.
I gotta say, buttoning the shirt was the frustration point for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I gave up.
How about tying shoes? Tying shoes, any of that?
We didn't. We didn't try that one.
Have us do that, but putting on a necklace.
Oh yeah.
Was very difficult.
And then taking
So
it
you
off.
did this too?
I did.
So you
yes.
have a visual of what this might, and
Right.
actually more than a visual of what this
And
might be like.
the corn kernels in the shoes were to simulate neuropathy. After the simulation, we had the presentation where we learned about the science behind dementia, how to communicate with people with, most effectively, with people with dementia, and each of the things that we experienced was explained.
Yeah.
I will have to say, writing the check was doubly hard because they had the things that we had things on the hands, but our students don't write checks.
Well,
Kids
they don't.
today.
No,
I gotta be
yeah.
honest, I don't write
No.
checks. Like
I barely write. I still
I'm
write,
down to
sorry.
barely because everyone pays most things online.
I don't
right?
even think I have checks with my right name on it.
Oh. So, in the end, would you recommend this training for folks? I mean, because they're going to do a public workshop for people. Would you say people should go?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's worthwhile.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
And you missed this training.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I
Well,
got a lot of other things.
Yeah.
yeah. So, all right, we're going to take our next break. It's 9:30, okay? And we're going to play our second song. This one is number 15 in the year that we're looking for. Ready, Pete?
Number 15.
Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And welcome back to Superintendents Spotlight. So the first song we heard was Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5 and Christina Aguilera.
I
know them?
know she was in that one.
She's, well...
Yeah, makes sense.
Because...
I think there's two versions of it.
Oh, okay.
There's several... Was that the Christina
That's the
Aguilera?
voice. Yeah, the Christina Aguilera voice was when she did the voice.
Yeah, yeah. And then, well, at one point she had a career, like in the early 2000s.
Yes, she did.
And that one was Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. And the two students to my right have gone to see a Bruno Mars concert, and I'm extremely
I didn't
envious.
know that.
Yeah. So I would go to that. Even though Susan won't go to that because she's done with concerts.
Done with.
We have two
Too
more
expensive.
songs.
What are you
They
talking
are
about?
expensive too. They are.
Add in the Ticketmaster fees. And
You know what, Pete? And I've always wanted to go see Heart, but I would not pay $500 for tickets, which is how much they were when they rescheduled. After they canceled the show, I was going to go see him in Albany.
Oh.
Heart, like, I don't know.
no way.
I'm not paying $500.
I'm not taking out a loan to see a concert.
No, I don't know how these people pay this money to go see Taylor Swift.
I
don't
would
get it.
pay that much money.
You
to
would?
Taylor.
I'm with him. He's shaking his head. No,
100%.
no, thank you.
I am a
You may have to pay me to go see a
Swiftie.
Taylor Swift concert. Actually, do you like? Taylor
Absolutely not. I love her.
Would you go see Taylor Swift?
See, I used to.
I have.
I've been to 4 concerts.
Oh my
3
God!
or 4 concerts.
So you're done with it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I saw her Reputation tour, which was years ago.
Oh, that's amazing
but
tour.
I don't really listen to her music now.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do. Here I am.
Almost every month to go see a concert too.
She will. All right, and so back to where. So we're talking about. We have our CNAs, or our soon-to-be CNAs,
Yep.
and people in our career pathway, our innovation career pathway, which is called officially healthcare.
The healthcare
Innovation pathway. How many students are enrolled in that pathway? If you had to give a guesstimate.
Oh, I should have done the math. So we had 14 graduate this year, and then we have 19 in the junior class, and the sophomore class is at 25, and that's our cap. And then next year we had 40 kids apply, so we have to do a lottery.
Okay. So it's growing.
Big.
Of course, and there's an allied health shop here that also has 16 freshmen at
Yes.
capacity. So
Yep.
I think we're heading in the right direction when you think about steering students into a field.
Doing our part.
Yeah, which is going to be lucrative to a degree. It's certainly well paying, and also, I think, in need. So
Yeah, our first graduating class that went through all 4 years was 7 kids. So we have really grown the program. And we have kids on a wait list now too, because you enter your sophomore year, but sometimes if there's like matriculation, like if there's sometimes like some drop, like people want to leave because they realize, oh, I don't like blood. Oh, let me help you find something, like, and that's great to find out in high school.
well,
right?
and that's a key component to healthcare. If you don't like blood, you may want to consider.
Correct, but
something
you might
else.
not know until you are in the class or when you go on visits. The students get to go to many different things. Our seniors this year got to go to Springfield College and see the cadaver lab, and our students have also been able to attend nursing homes. And I think our seniors can talk about their experience at Genesis, where they did their clinicals over April vacation.
That's where I was. Oh,
Yeah.
good segue. That's where I was going.
Oh man, I read your mind.
You want to host? No, I'm just kidding. All right.
No, I'm all set.
So yeah, talk about your clinical experiences, because that's really hands-on learning, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. So it was during our spring break. I went during our spring break. He went at a different time because he was on vacation.
Down in Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah.
It must require prior approval to do that, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. We tell all the kids from the start of the program that April break is kind of where things fall. But yes, we will work with you if that is the
course.
scenario. And Jordan is an excellent student.
During our clinicals, we were able to do a lot of the stuff we watch on videos and we're actually to do on patients, like full bed baths, occupied bed changes, changing the patient, helping the patient get up, move around, bringing them breakfast, just doing all like the basic CNA needs.
So you're
It was-
taking care of patients.
Yes, it was a very awesome experience because it gave us light of what it's really like to do these skills as a CNA. Because these skills are easy to do it on a dummy, but once you get to a real person, it's a whole new ballgame.
Well, because now you're dealing with a person who has personality, is going to talk with you.
Exactly.
A few years ago, I went to an STCC lab where they had.
I went with you.
Yes, that was.
These students all go to that.
Yeah, so I don't know
there
if
were
it's changed.
smells.
There were
Oh,
the
no,
smells
there
were
are
authentic.
smells.
The wound that had maggots in it was pretty horrible.
The patients cry.
They cry. They use the bedpan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There's one that gives birth now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They've come along.
It's a birthing room. Yep.
Wow.
There's a
Wow.
whole working ambulance inside there now.
That's
That's
terrific.
when we went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Have you been to this yet? This is all
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah.
What did you think of the? That was pretty. I mean, I know it was mannequins, I guess, to a degree, but they're more than that, right?
they
They're
are
like-
about, for the cheapest model, $10,000 mannequins. So
Yes.
it's not like the ones dressed up at the department store.
Yes.
Well,
Well, and the authenticity of the smell, and I remember one, the male on the right was yelling at us for some reason. He was upset about something. So that's pretty authentic in terms of what it could be like in your clinical experience. Did you enjoy that particular piece? Did it?
Yeah.
It didn't push you away?
No, I think it made it more interesting, more exciting to go to college. I didn't even know that they had stuff like that until we went there.
It's pretty cool, really.
Yeah.
It really is. And so, what else about clinical would you say that you got out of it in terms of you were working on real people?
It was being able to interact and like talking to them, just having a normal conversation with them. Also, you get a feeling of like, because we did have hospice patients, and you really do feel for them, because they're in a really tough spot, so you really want to take care of them, make sure they feel all right.
Would you say compassion is necessary for this
Oh,
profession?
very much so.
Compassion. Yeah, because and the thing is, and not to take things personally, because I would imagine some of your patients may have been a little cranky.
Yeah.
Would you be? I would be cranky in that situation
No,
too.
you keep a smile on your face, and
You do, right? But if you're a patient, I mean, you understand. Again, that's where the compassion comes in. You have to know why. They're in a tougher spot. But I also feel like we need people like you to care for our patients. And as two of us have elderly parents, we certainly know what you are going into and what that looks like. How about you?
So I'd like to say being on vacation that week and having it reschedule is kind of a blessing in disguise. it really gave an actual job feel because I was working with the Chicopee group.
Okay.
So all new people come in the first day. They're all staring at me. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
But really having to like bond with all of them literally while working with patients gave an actual feel. And in a completely new space, it was nice.
So what are the
doing
things
it.
that, did you do the same?
Same program, if you will?
Same exact place, same, we had the same responsibilities. And yeah, it was definitely, it's crazy because we were practicing on mannequins, and then you come in and it's these real people with feelings, and it is the first time, not what you expect, but you get used to it quickly.
How do you mean? I'm just curious, not what you expect.
It's just nothing that you can plan for is going to be the ideal.
Right.
So you're a lot of the time on your feet, literally going improv, doing everything you can for these patients. And as you said, they're not going to be in the best mood because they have a lot going on, and you're trying to do your best to be there for them throughout it too.
Now, did they have to agree to have students working with them in this setting? I would think they would give permission.
They honestly really like the CNAs because it's the people they can talk to. So I personally didn't have anyone not want the CNAs. Honestly, what happened more so was we had patients constantly ringing their lights just to have a conversation.
So, I mean, people there are probably lonely too. I mean, I imagine, what if they don't have family, or sadly, if their family maybe doesn't visit as often as they would like to, so you're interacting with them. Let me ask you this question. If a patient has an issue and they tell you about it and you're the CNA, who do you go to?
So we usually go to our charge nurse right away if there is an issue. Obviously, the first reaction is to try to get it done on our own.
Right.
But if needed, our charge nurse is the person we go to.
So, and just because you have more face time with patients as a CNA than the nurse or the doctor. I mean, the doctor might pop in twice the whole stay for people if they even come by, right? And the nurse doesn't get a chance to see everybody, right?
Yeah. So that's where
the CNA comes in.
Yeah, and they really, you can tell the patients appreciate their CNAs. It's the people they can talk to and really let everything out to. And even if they try to, the nurse, they're in a rush. They've got to be places. Meanwhile, the CNA, you're really sitting down with them, and that is your resident.
So this is so these are experiences that you're going to be having next year. Are they scaring you or getting you excited, or neither? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that and what they've experienced? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not scared. I'm a little scared to start the phlebotomy just because I know nothing about.
I think they were probably too.
Yeah.
I was petrified last
There you
week.
go. Good, right?
I had no clue what I was getting into. I knew I wanted to do PT. I didn't have any of the internship experience, so I had no clue what inpatient care was like. I was scared, but...
so there you go.
Yeah,
so you're not alone.
Exactly how I feel right now.
How about you?
I'm super excited. I can't wait. I love working with people, especially young kids, but I know that any age group I'm excited to work with.
Well, and you're going to get both ends of the spectrum really at
Exactly.
this point. So
Actually, in the dementia training, I was drawing some parallels to my 2-year-old and 3-year-old, and that's not to infantilize the older community, but there is some symptoms of dementia that align with frustrations that you see other generations have.
Sure.
Like Murphy isn't, all behavior is an indication of something, right? It's telling you
it's
something.
telling you something. You got to figure out what it is.
That is the word I was looking for.
But
Yep.
as 3 folks here who have elderly parents, I like what Susan says. Sometimes we have to raise our parents too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's go Susan.
Listen, Ralph is listening right now.
Yes, yeah.
He still helps me raise my kids.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. But the tides turn, right? Your
Yeah.
parents take care of you, and then when they get older, we take care of them.
Yeah, my 95-year-old grandma is in a nursing home in Ohio, and
she has CNA CNAs, right?
Yes, and they are the people that will call my dad and call my mom and update them on grandma because grandma can't work a phone and she unplugs it from her room. So,
well-
it's nice to have someone who can text.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, when you think of CNAs, it's an entry-level position, right? That's what people call it. But I just think there's such a critical need for CNAs, and the work that they do is just important to people.
Well, and the other thing we realized too is it's entry level, but the skills are important, and the skills you're building are what make you stand out. We've talked to several local colleges and areas that have very competitive nursing programs, so we know, and pre-med college, whatever these students decide to go into, we know that we're preparing them, but also making them competitive. With the certifications they're getting.
Which is helpful.
Jordan told me in the hallway he's had CPR training 5 times, but you know what? It's never bad to have.
No. Well, you have to get it renewed too, don't you? If you have a
Yes,
certification?
he has it through
How
camp,
often?
too.
2 years.
Every 2 years. When you learn to take blood, as you said, they have a practice, right?
Yeah, they have to have before they can sit for their exams. They have to have 30 draws.
Plus 10 capillary.
Plus 10 capillary. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, yeah, thank you.
It's like checking like blood sugar. You prick your finger, you grab a little bit of blood.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm
You have to
all
get
aware
10
of that.
Those, then
Venipunctures are right underneath your elbow.
Say that one more time.
So right on that elbow is the venipuncture, and you need 30 of those sticks.
30 of those.
Yes.
So really, it's like 40.
Yeah.
If you count
40
all of them.
sticks.
Yeah.
Which is a lot when you're trying to get 15 different people to do 30.
Yeah, because I did both arms.
Yeah.
I said you can go on both arms.
But you have your 30 both.
Yeah, I managed to get 15 sticks in 2 days. I just bam.
I think I had.
It sounds vampire-ish, doesn't it? I got 15
Like I said,
sticks.
we're very grateful to the teachers at Westfield High School who volunteered. In the line when me and Kate Perez went was Tracy Lakis right behind us. So,
Well, how about your family? Are they happy? And your family, are they happy with your career choice
Yeah.
right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they think it's good?
Yes.
Same thing? All right. We're going to play our next song. And this one is number 24. Look, it's already 9:49. We only have 10 minutes left to our show.
Told you guys it goes very quick.
Very quickly. Song number 3. You ready, Pete? Again, this is number 24.
Number 24.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you say sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. You know how the time flies. Only yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory days. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Nothing compares, no worries or cares, regrets and mistakes, their memories made. Who would have known how bittersweet this would taste? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I begged. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. We are suddenly down to the 5-minute rush here on trying to get a bunch of stuff done. But first, we have to make our guesses. So that was number 24 in the top 100 of the year we're looking for, and that was Someone Like You by Adele. The last song, which we'll play on our way out, is The Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga. Number 29. You know that song?
Well,
You're
not my
gonna
name,
love it.
but probably
You,
by.
okay.
I think they know Lady Gaga, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like that's a...
So we're going to start with Pete. Pete, what's your guess?
I think it's 2011. I think
Pete
that's
said
what it is.
2011.
Pete said 2011.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
I say 2013.
Okay.
I also say 2013.
Susan?
2014.
I'm going to let the kids guess. Maybe they'll get closer. I'm going to say, I think 2013.
Okay.
2012.
I'm thinking 2013.
All right. It's 2011.
Okay.
It is.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
much
but remember I told you
earlier
the
than I
2012
thought.
could be tricky because the song could
Yeah.
come back. But you were all in the same wheelhouse at
Yes,
least, so
yeah.
that's
But I feel
pretty
like-
good. And Pete, congratulations for getting it right. All right, Susan, when are we wrapping up?
I win the finale.
You do. You win the
Yes,
finale. There you go.
Congratulations, Pete. We are going to wrap up with, let's have each of our students tell their peers why they should consider the healthcare pathway. Maybe what's the best part of it
Yeah.
that they experience.
I'm looking right at you
Okay,
first.
of course. I just think it gives you a head start, like especially like Miss Cadigan was saying, like it makes you more competitive, like especially because I want to go into nursing, so becoming a CNA, I feel like it definitely gives me a head start to look like better for applications and stuff, and it just gives me the experience that I never expected to get in high school, and so it just makes me feel more prepared and more excited.
Is it fun in high school to learn this
Oh,
stuff, do you think?
very
Does it
much.
engage you more now because you're doing
100%.
something you really like? And I will say that you will have a leg up on your peers when you
Exactly.
go to school. Absolutely.
And
hope so.
wait, so the other part is, what was your best experience so far, would you say, if you had to pick one moment?
Recently, we went to Westfield State, and they each gave us our own stethoscope. So now I have my own stethoscope,
Oh,
and I get
nice.
to and then we practiced on those dummies, and we like get to hear their heartbeats, and I thought it was very exciting.
Awesome.
That was a great field trip.
You have your own
Lily?
stethoscope.
I do.
That's
Yeah,
pretty professional.
that
right?
is.
Yeah, exactly.
So what would you say to students?
I would say don't be afraid of not knowing what you want to do. Like in my experience personally, like I said, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I feel like this pathway gives you so much experience and things that, like Caitlin said, you wouldn't learn in you wouldn't expect to learn in high school. And so I feel like it kind of just like carves out your path for you, and it like you said, gives you a leg up.
Excellent.
It's just really helpful.
And how about your memorable moment?
I'd probably say when we went to STCC and we saw the dummies. I thought that was really interesting.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So I'd very much recommend this program. Even talking to other like schools, especially going to Springfield College, going through their like orientation programs, and talk to other people that have their own school programs. We have a very good program at the high school, and our students really should be taking advantage of it. It's really top of the art, and our teachers are doing everything they can to make it better. So it's on the uprise.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
They should be using it. My favorite part was probably the stick sim labs too.
Yeah, that's always a good field trip.
Listen, it's a good one because I went years ago. Susan and I went years ago. We still remember it like it was yesterday.
Vividly.
So
Vividly.
For me, it was 2 years ago. It was my first year in the program, and it very much opened my eyes to everything that can be done in the medical field, especially since I didn't even know what I wanted at the time.
So this really helped kind of guide your career choices.
Very much.
That's what high school's for, right?
Okay.
The one thing I would say is it would give you a huge leg up, especially going into colleges, because you get all the academics you need, the experience you need, and the teachers who teach the biomed pathway are amazing. They are the best teachers I've ever had.
Oh, I hope
All
they're
of them.
listening.
They made the program so much more doable, and it made all of us excel much more than we should have. Like, we really, us as a class excelled much higher because of our biomed teachers.
They are there to support you, and
Yes.
they are fully under like the knowledge to make you better as med students, and aren't there to fully just like grade you, but to guide you.
And they let you stick them.
Grade
Yeah.
instead of style.
Okay, right? They let you will experience that, but they let you stick
And then
them.
memorable moment.
Yeah.
My memorable moment would probably be clinicals, just being able to actually work on the people, be able to experience what a nursing home would be like. But I think the runner-up would probably be interning at Noble.
Yeah, you're
in the
interning is
ER.
awesome.
Yeah.
So there's too many. They gave us too many good experiences to say which one's the best.
That's never bad to hear.
yes.
You know, and it's good on your end of the ER, but if you're the patient in the ER, you're probably not having a great day, right? So that's what we're thinking of. Folks, I want to thank you all for being here. I hope you had a good time on our show today. I think we learned a lot.
So
I will
grateful.
send the link to Mrs. Cadigan, and then she can forward it to you so you can watch yourselves later.
I know some
And
parents
then
really
critique
wanted
yourself.
the link.
So I used to do that. I'm like, oh boy, I wish I talked slower. I wish I did that, but it's all good. And so, folks, this is our last show of the season. Next year, we will start. I believe the date is September 4th. I started looking at that
nice.
already. Will be our first show, but we will no longer be on 89.5 WSKB because Mr. Coles has arranged for us to have 107.5 WSFD. That's for Westfield. So we will have our own radio station.
Wow.
And we have a TV station. So we're now sitting in the TV studio, but the next room we have a senior who graduated from here, Brady LePage, who is running.
We're building that right now.
We're building
But
the
you'll still
radio
be in the TV studio next year.
Oh, okay.
Doing
But-
the radio stuff, but we'll also have a radio studio for people who just want to do radio.
And so kids that are interested in this career get to choose this shop here at WTA.
That's amazing.
And they go into the field. They go to WGGB, Channel 40, Channel 22. They just investigate this career too. So lots of options for our kids, and we love it. But I'm so inspired by listening to you for today. I really want to thank you for what you do. Thank you for your career choice, and no offense, I don't want to see you down the road because that means that I need help. But if it gets there, I'm just encouraged knowing that we have such great students
Right.
that are really passionate about this work and care about people. So thank you.
Hopeful
Susan,
for the
anything you want to?
future. They make me hopeful for
Hopeful for the
For
future.
sure.
So thank you.
Thank
Go
you.
Bombers. Good luck today at 5 o'clock. And that's it for us, folks. We will catch you next season, September 4th. Have a great weekend.